Hi everyone. Today we're jumping into Kazan for the very first time, and honestly, the intro is so insane I didn't even want to talk over it. I just had to watch it for myself. So we're going in completely fresh. No guides, no builds, just testing out the combat, swinging our weapons, and seeing what this world throws at us.
So this is how a hero ends up. You think he's a traitor? Shh. Quiet with that kind of talk.
Last, a physical form. This one we like. What happened? What happened? Your body, it's ours now. Our mission requires it. Surrender. Surrender to us now.
Yo, what is up everyone? Today, we are jumping into Kazan for the first time ever. Now listen, I have over 2,000 hours in Souls-likes. From Dark Souls 3 to Elden Ring to getting absolutely bullied in Sekiro, and somehow I'm still bad at the genre. You would think after 2,000 plus hours, I'd be a parry god, a dodge demon, a walking no-hit compilation. I'm not. I am the guy who says, okay, this is the run, and then dies to a basic enemy 30 seconds later. But that's exactly why I love these games. So for this playthrough, I'm starting on beginner mode. Not because I'm scared, okay, maybe a little bit, but mainly because I want to actually learn Kazan properly. I don't want to brute force my way through bosses and miss what makes the combat good. I want to understand the mechanics, the flow, the timing windows, and if it feels too easy, we crank it up. No ego, no fake pride. If the game respects me, I'll respect it back. And we are going in completely blind. No guides, no builds, no top 10 beginner tips videos, no watching someone else beat the first boss before I even touch the controller. We're letting raw instinct carry. And right away, the combat feels clean. You know when you boot up a game, and within the first 5 minutes you can tell if it's going to feel janky or smooth. Kazan feels smooth. Every hit connects with weight. Not floaty, not delayed. There's impact. When your weapon lands, it feels like it matters. The movement is responsive. Dodges feel sharp and intentional instead of Panic Roll Simulator 2026. It doesn't take long to understand the basic flow. There's this rhythm to engagements. Light attacks to pressure, heavy attacks to punish, dodges to reposition. It's not just spam and pray. You actually feel in control. So naturally, I start testing it. Because I don't learn by playing safe. I learn by doing something stupid and seeing if the game allows it. I start pulling groups instead of fighting enemies one by one. I play more aggressive than I probably should. I stop backing away and start pushing forward. I want to see how the stamina holds up. I want to see how the recovery animations feel. I want to see how much the game punishes overconfidence. And honestly, it clicks fast. There's something satisfying about when a new combat system just makes sense to you. The timing windows aren't awkward. The animations don't feel misleading. You start landing clean dodges. You start weaving attacks between enemy swings. You start getting that little confidence boost like, okay, I might actually cook here. And then the game humbles you. But that's part of the process. One thing I really like is the weapon system. There are 3 different weapon types, and you can switch freely between them. Spear, greatsword, and dual swords. And this isn't just cosmetic. Each one genuinely changes how you approach fights. The spear feels controlled and precise. Great reach. Good spacing tool. It rewards patience and positioning. You can poke, back up, reset neutral. It feels tactical. The greatsword? Pure commitment. When you swing that thing, you're making a statement. Big arcs. Big damage. Slower recovery. It forces you to read enemies properly because if you whiff, you're getting punished. But when it lands, it lands. Then you've got dual swords. Fast, aggressive, relentless. It feels like you're constantly on the offensive, weaving in and out, stacking pressure. It encourages a completely different mindset compared to the greatsword. Instead of waiting for openings, you create them. And the fact that you can switch between them freely is such a huge plus. It reminds me of Black Myth Wukong in the sense that you're encouraged to experiment without being locked into a permanent decision. You're not punished for trying things out. You can reset, adjust, adapt. That freedom makes the early hours way more fun because you're discovering what fits your playstyle instead of committing blindly. It also gives a bit of that Nioh 2 energy with weapon depth and flow. Not necessarily the exact same complexity, but that feeling that each weapon has its own rhythm, its own tempo, its own identity. And that's important, because in a lot of Souls-likes, you find one weapon early, and you just stick to it for 30 hours. Here, I actually want to rotate. I want to test bosses with different setups. I want to see how encounters change, depending on what I'm holding. That kind of flexibility adds replay value immediately. What really surprised me, though, is how natural it feels to swap between styles. It doesn't feel like the game is fighting you. It feels like it's encouraging you to explore. And as someone with 2,000 plus hours in this genre, that's refreshing. Because at this point, I don't just want difficulty for the sake of difficulty. I want mechanics that feel rewarding. I want systems that let me express how I play. And so far, Kazan is giving that. But don't get it twisted. Beginner mode does not mean easy mode brain off. You still get punished if you overextend. You still get clipped if you panic dodge. Enemies still hit hard enough to remind you that this is a Souls-like at heart. Which is perfect, because I don't want to steamroll. I want to improve. So the goal for this playthrough is simple. Learn the mechanics. Experiment with all 3 weapons. Push the difficulty up if I start getting too comfortable. And most importantly, have fun getting humbled. Because let's be honest, with my track record, at some point in this series, I'm getting absolutely destroyed. And when that happens, we're not cutting it out. We're embracing it. So let's see if 2,000 hours of experience finally pays off, or if Kazan exposes me in the first boss fight. Either way, we're in for a good time. I was looking for another game like Elden Ring, but this is more like Sekiro, I would say. Both Sekiro and Kazan reward precision, but they approach combat differently. Sekiro is built around strict rhythm and posture breaking. You're forced to master deflections, spacing, and patience. There's almost no build freedom. It's pure skill expression. One mistake can cost everything. Kazan, on the other hand, feels more flexible. The combat is still tight and punishing, but you have weapon variety and playstyle freedom. Switching between spear, greatsword, and dual swords changes the flow completely. Where Sekiro demands perfection in one system, Kazan encourages experimentation while still keeping that intense, high-pressure, Souls-like combat feel. And then we meet the Yeti. Up until now, I'm feeling unstoppable. Beginner mode, light work, combat clicking, confidence high. The Yeti said, "Oh really? First attempt. I get greedy. Go for one extra swing like I'm in a montage." He absolutely folds me. 2,000 plus hours of Souls experience, and I still die to just one more hit. Some things never change. Second attempt though, I lock in. No ego, no greed. Just clean dodges, smart punishes, stamina management. And this time, Yeti gets sent back to the mountains. One death. Lesson learned. Boss down.
What have we here?
I was helpless. I was lucky it was the Bantu who found me.
Are we awake, sir? You have a ghost possessing you. Apologies, but to conquer it, you must undergo the trials of the Snow Mountain. You must be careful. The ghost possessing you is a powerful one. It will be very dangerous to purge yourself of it.
Your body. We must have it.
So now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Watch as I dive deeper into this combat system, experiment with different weapons, mess up, improve, and slowly start understanding this beautiful game. Because that's really what this is about. If you play games like Elden Ring or Dark Souls 3, you already know the feeling. That slow progression from confusion to frustration to clarity. The moment when a boss that seemed impossible suddenly feels readable, predictable, beatable. That's the magic of this genre. It's not about being perfect. It's not about never dying. It's about learning. When I first played Dark Souls 3, I was terrible. I panic rolled everything. I chugged flasks at the worst possible times. I'd swing until my stamina bar was completely empty and then wonder why I got punished. But over time, without even realizing it, I started reading animations better. I started recognizing patterns. I started understanding spacing. Then Elden Ring came along and expanded that feeling on a massive scale. The freedom, the builds, the exploration. You could walk away from a wall and come back stronger. It made experimentation part of the core experience. And even then, it would still humble you. A random field boss could send you straight back to a site of grace with zero hesitation. That balance between empowerment and punishment is what keeps me coming back to Souls-likes. And that's why I'm excited about Kazan, because even in these early hours, I can feel that same potential. The combat isn't just flashy, it's layered. There's timing to learn, there's spacing to master, there's decision-making in every encounter. Do I commit to this heavy attack? Do I back off and reset? Do I switch weapons mid-fight? Do I push aggression or play safe? Those micro decisions are what make fights engaging. And what I love most is how the three weapon types genuinely change the vibe of combat. The spear makes you feel calculated and disciplined. The greatsword makes you feel powerful, but forces you to respect commitment. The dual swords turn you into a pressure machine, constantly weaving in and out. It's not just different damage numbers, it's different identity. And as I play, you'll see me naturally gravitate between them, depending on the situation. Some enemies feel better to poke and control. Others feel better to overwhelm. And figuring that out in real time, that's the fun part. You're gonna see clean fights. You're gonna see messy fights. You're gonna see me get confident and immediately get punished for it. But that's the Souls experience. Even after 2,000 plus hours in this genre, I still get that rush when I narrowly dodge a big attack with a sliver of stamina left. I still get that satisfaction when a boss health bar finally hits zero after multiple attempts. I I still get that quiet moment after victory where you just sit there like, yeah, I earned that. And that's why I don't mind starting on beginner mode. Difficulty is part of the journey, but understanding the system comes first. Once the mechanics are second nature, then we raise the stakes. Then we push harder. Then we see what the game really demands. For now, this is about discovery. The first playthrough of any Souls-like is special. You only get one chance to experience it blind, to not know what's around the corner, to not know how a boss is going to move, to not know whether the next area is going to be manageable or a complete nightmare. That unpredictability creates real tension, and I want to enjoy that. So as you watch the rest of this video, just vibe with it. Watch the progression. Watch the experimentation. Watch me slowly go from, okay, this feels good, to, okay, I actually understand what I'm doing. And if you're a Souls fan yourself, whether you started with Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, Sekiro, or something else, you know exactly what this process feels like. It's the grind. It's the adaptation. It's the quiet improvement that happens without you even noticing. That's what makes these games beautiful. So enjoy the fights. Enjoy the weapon swaps. Enjoy the close calls. Enjoy the moments where I get humbled and the moments where I lock in. This is just the beginning of the Kazan journey. And if this game keeps delivering the way it has so far, we might be here for a while. Now let's get back into it. Now, I'm not saying Kazan was inspired by Elden Ring, but I'm also not saying it. Because the second I saw an elevator going down into a dark, mysterious area, I had flashbacks. If you played Elden Ring, you already know. Elevator means one of two things: loot or trauma. And don't even get me started on the bears. Why is it that every Souls-like now has a bear that hits like a late-game boss? The moment I saw one, I just knew. This is not a normal forest animal. This is a you thought you were strong check. And then, the jar people. When I saw them, I immediately thought of Alexander from Elden Ring. You cannot tell me that wasn't at least a little inspiration. Seeing walking jars again gave me instant lands between energy. I half expected one of them to start talking about honor and festivals. And the bosses? Listen, we're early in the game. I'm not foreshadowing anything, but I've definitely noticed a few, hey, haven't I fought you before? Moments. Some of these guys feel like they just changed outfits and came back for round 2. But honestly, that's part of the charm of the genre at this point. Souls-likes borrow, remix, and reinterpret ideas. Elevators, oversized wildlife, mysterious jar creatures, repeat boss variants. It's almost tradition now. The real question isn't whether it was inspired. It's whether it executes it well. And so far, I'm having fun. So if this is the Elden Ring extended universe with slightly different fashion, I'm not complaining. Just don't put two bears in a small room together. Please.
Those who overcome these trials will be blessed by the gods and receive the power they seek.
Is it true to him? Are you really a traitor?
I love how the game naturally introduces each weapon, letting you experiment instead of forcing a rigid choice.
All we did was follow your orders. Are we not traitors too? That's what caused you such anguish. Pathetic. Who do you think you are? Some kind of high and mighty hero? gone. You have nothing left to fight for. Do you really think you can win against the Emperor? Be honest. You wish you were, don't you? Osmer is dead too. It's all over. Osmer, my friend, I will avenge you. You really think you can do this? Defeat us, the Blade Phantom? Stupid little mortal.
You are sentenced to death.
others. You need my body, but I need your strength. We don't need to be enemies. I swear on my honor and my blood. We can work together. Cooperate. You help me, I help you.
Bargain, is it? Very well. If this is what is required, we concur. Now, enough! We have but one goal: to restore order to the netherworld.
Then help me, and I will help you do this.
Our alliance is formed. How long it lasts is up to you.
The ghost? Did you purge yourself of it? No. You have chosen a different way. A different and more dangerous way.
As long as I get my revenge. And that is all that matters.
Your fate, it has changed now. The ghost will be your guide on this new path you have found.
The old woman is right. We will lead you this way.
May the blessings of the three go with you.
Absolute ruler of the netherworld. We are the messengers of the netherworld, bound by our pact to Charon. Did you summon us?
The order of the netherworld. It's being disrupted by the mortal world.
Unacceptable. Resolve this now. All of us are the souls of powerful warriors. We will do as you command, but we will need a physical form. We can do nothing in the mortal world without a body, and it must be a powerful body. We must find one strong enough to accomplish Charon's command. You are the one we were waiting for. We concur. At last, a physical form. We thought
Pros. 1. Easy to get into. First off, this game welcomes you like an old friend. You don't need a PhD in Souls-likes to start having fun. The controls are intuitive, the combat flows naturally, and even if you're brand new to the genre, it feels fair. That's right, Kazan doesn't just throw you into a pit and say, good luck. It's more like, here's your weapon, go have fun, just don't get greedy. 2. Difficulty options. Beginner, normal, hard? Yes, please. You don't have to smash your face against every enemy just to have fun. You can start easy, learn the mechanics, and ramp it up later. Perfect for people like me, 2,000 plus hours in Souls-likes, but still getting dunked on by random mobs. 3. Variety of weapons and skill combos. Spear, greatsword, dual swords, and all of them feel amazing. Each one has its own rhythm, its own personality, and its own way of making you feel like a total badass. You can chain combos, switch mid-fight, and experiment without feeling punished. It's basically a playground of destruction. 4. Amazing art style. Every area is gorgeous. Every enemy looks like it belongs in a dark fantasy painting. The environments pull you in, the character designs are memorable, and even random mobs have personality. It's one of those games where you can just pause, look around, and appreciate the insane amount of detail. 5. Good boss fights. The bosses hit hard, look amazing, and actually make you think. They're not just health bars with big swords. Their patterns are fun, their phases are exciting, and yes, sometimes they will make you scream in frustration, but in a good way. 6. Interactive controls and amazing combat. Combat in this game feels responsive and weighty. Dodges aren't just animations, they matter. Every hit connects. Switching weapons and chaining combos feels smooth. The game rewards you for learning the systems, and it's incredibly satisfying when you finally master a tricky encounter. Cons. 1. No jump button. Yep, I said it. No jump. Nada. 0. If you're hoping to ninja your way over pitfalls, or do some stylish mid-air attacks, tough luck. I spent way too much time trying to jump on ledges like an idiot. It's like the game is saying, grounded combat only, pal. Deal with it. Final verdict. Kazan is like that friend who teaches you something difficult, but makes it insanely fun. It's challenging, rewarding, and looks amazing while doing it. You'll die. You'll scream. You'll try weapons in ridiculous ways, and probably get yourself killed in the process. But you'll keep going. The only thing you can't do is jump, and honestly, after a few hours, you barely notice. So if you're looking for a game with deep, responsive combat, creative weapons, gorgeous environments, and bosses that will humble you in style, Kazan is absolutely worth it. Just leave your jump button fantasies at the door, grab your spear or dual swords, and prepare to have a blast. Honestly, right now, Kazan feels surprisingly easy. I'm on beginner mode, and don't get me wrong, I still die sometimes, but overall, I'm cruising through encounters a lot faster than I expected. The combat clicks, I'm getting the parries, dodges, and combos down, and most enemies aren't giving me the same heart-stopping tension I was bracing for. Because of that, I'm seriously considering switching to normal mode pretty soon. I want that extra challenge, the kind that keeps me on my toes, forces me to respect every swing, and makes every boss fight feel like a real accomplishment. Beginner mode is perfect for learning, but it's only a matter of time before I crank up the difficulty and see if I can survive when the game actually fights back. So if you see me suddenly struggling and yelling in the next episode, you'll know why. Normal mode is coming, and things are about to get spicy.
To live, to stay sane, run, now. What's in there is worse than anything I can describe.
The combat is clean, responsive, and just begging to be messed around with. And of course, I immediately get greedy. I see an opening, I go for one extra swing and get absolutely obliterated. Classic Souls behavior. I swear, it's like the game knows exactly how to punch my ego. Now, if you played Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, or even Sekiro, you'll notice some familiar vibes. Elevators dropping you into mysterious areas, bears hitting like mini-bosses, those quirky jar people that remind me of Alexander from Elden Ring. It's like Kazan took all the best parts of Souls-likes, shook them up, and said, here, survive this. Some bosses feel like reskins, but honestly, I kinda love it. It's like a nostalgia joke the game's making at my expense, and I'm laughing, mostly while dying. Speaking of dying, or succeeding, or dying again, I want you to be part of this chaos. Let me know in the comments which weapons you want me to try, which bosses I should tackle next, or the absolutely ridiculous strategies you want me to attempt. I promise some of them will work, some will end in complete disaster, and either way, it'll be hilarious. But here's the thing. Even while I'm getting dunked on, there's this insane satisfaction. Every parry that lands, every combo that actually works, every boss that finally goes down, it's addictive. Kazan has that perfect Souls-like balance where failure is fun and learning feels amazing. And the art? Gorgeous. The combat? Rewarding. The weapons? Insane. And me? I'm still bad, but I'm having a blast. So sit back, enjoy the chaos, watch me experiment, fail, and occasionally pull off something that actually looks cool. This is Kazan at its finest. Unpredictable, punishing, and ridiculously fun. Hit that like button if you're enjoying watching me struggle gloriously. Subscribe if you haven't already, and seriously, let me know in the comments what I should tackle next. Because trust me, Things are only going to get crazier from here. And then we get to the Viper. At first, I'm feeling confident. The fight feels clean. His attacks are fast, but readable. The rhythm makes sense, and I'm starting to get comfortable with the timing. Maybe too comfortable. My health drops low, like one-hit territory, and instead of healing, I decide this is the perfect time to practice parries. Because of course I do. There's something about being at low HP in a Souls, like that makes you feel invincible if you land one clean deflect. So I'm standing there, barely alive, trying to read his swings perfectly. And honestly, it's working. I'm hitting parries. I'm controlling the pace. I'm feeling myself a little too much. And then he phases. No warning in my brain. No mental preparation. Just suddenly the energy shifts. He gets faster, more aggressive. The rhythm changes completely, and I'm still sitting there at one hit from death. The fight goes from controlled duel to full panic mode in seconds. The windows feel tighter, the pressure ramps up, and I realize I've been playing around in phase mode. That shock actually got me, but I loved it, because that phase change forced me to adapt instantly. No ego, no experiment, just survive. That's when I knew this game is not here to let me relax.
For so long, this power had threatened the Empire. The power of Hismar, the Berserk Dragon. Fate chose us to be the ones to defeat him. Me and the great mage Ozma, my closest friend and comrade. We were loyal servants of the Emperor, but that loyalty was betrayed. The Emperor, the nobles who falsely accused me, especially Pavel, they will all pay one day.
The Mage Ozma, a traitor too. Yes. And did you hear what they did to him? Blinded and then executed. Just like a traitor deserves.
Ozma, my friend, I swear we will be avenged. Everything has been taken from me. Everything. This place, if there is a hell, then this is surely it. Emperor Palmyria, Pavel, you will both be dragged down here.
Last episode, I thought I was getting comfortable. I thought I understood Kazan. I thought the bosses were manageable. I was wrong. Today we enter the Frock region, a maze disguised as a map, filled with spiders, fire arenas, reused spirits, flying nightmares, and the hardest boss I've fought so far. Maluka humbled me. The great sword betrayed me. And bats? Still the worst enemy type in gaming history. This episode is 1 hour of pure adaptation, suffering, fashion, and finally, transformation. Let's get into it.
Over here.
All right, boys, welcome back. Today's episode, this one tested my patience, my build, my stamina bar, and my sanity. We start off in the Frock area, and let me just say something immediately. Why is this place so big? Like, genuinely. Every direction looks important. Every path splits into 3 more paths. Every staircase leads to another staircase that leads to absolutely nothing. And me being me, I kept getting lost. I would walk confidently for 5 minutes thinking, yeah, this feels right. And then boom, dead end. Or worse, I realize I've been there already. So I'm not gonna lie, I cut out a lot of running around. Because nobody wants to watch me play GPS Simulator 2026. I trimmed it down to pure combat and boss action because that's what we're here for. Now, before I even reached the boss, I'd already heard things. People were saying, this boss is annoying. This boss is tough. Phase 2 is crazy. And whenever I hear that about a boss, I don't get scared. I get excited. Because that usually means one thing. This fight is about to be memorable. So naturally, I'm hyped. I walk into the arena slowly. No sprinting, no panic, just soaking in the atmosphere. The music starts building, the camera pulls back, and then he appears. Immediately I'm like, oh, so we're doing elegance mixed with violence. The fight starts. Phase 1. There's a brief pause, like he's measuring me. Then suddenly, dash into a sweeping strike. Clean, fast, controlled. I roll it. He follows up with a delayed swipe that almost catches me. Okay, I see you. He's aggressive. He hits hard, but he leaves openings. And that's the key. He's not one of those bosses that never stops attacking. He commits to his moves. When he dashes, there's recovery. When he leaps, there are landing frames. When he finishes a combo, there's a small but real punish window. You just have to respect it. He punishes greed, not patience. He dashes across the arena in long, gliding movements. Swings in wide arcs that test your spacing. Leaps into heavy slams that force precise timing. But after certain combos, there's a window. Not huge, but enough. Once I start syncing with that rhythm, the fight becomes almost graceful. We're circling each other, trading discipline hits. No panic rolling, no mashing. And I'm thinking, okay, this isn't bad. His health bar is dropping steadily. I'm managing stamina carefully, only punishing when it's guaranteed. It feels controlled. It feels clean. And then, phase 2 begins. No long cutscene. No transformation animation. He just plants that nail into the ground. And the arena ignites. Flames spread across the floor instantly. The lighting shifts. The tone shifts. What was elegant suddenly becomes chaotic. Now it's not just about dodging him. It's about positioning. You're fighting the boss and the arena at the same time. He becomes more aggressive. His dash covers more distance. His leap slams feel faster. And when he drives the nail down again, flames surge outward. The first time it happened, my brain shut off. A panic rolled straight into fire. Tried to heal. Got clipped. Comboed. Dead. It was overwhelming. That's what phase 2 does the first time. It floods your senses. Second attempt, different mindset. Now I'm watching the ground, paying attention to safe spots, thinking about where I'm standing before I even swing. And that's when the fight gets interesting. Because the boss himself doesn't become unfair. He just adds pressure. The openings are still there. They're just tighter. Now I have to decide, do I punish and risk standing in flame? Or do I reposition and reset? If you get greedy, you burn. Literally. So I start baiting his leap attacks towards safer areas. Let him commit first. Roll through. Land 1 or 2 hits max. Back out immediately. No ego plays. Stamina management becomes everything. If you're out of stamina when he chains a dash into a follow-up slam, you're finished. There's one combo where he dashes, spins, then delays an overhead slam just long enough to catch panic rolls. Bro slams the nail into the ground. The arena ignites. Flames everywhere. And my brain just shuts off. You know that moment in a boss fight where you understand nothing that's happening? That was me. I panic roll. I misjudge spacing. I get clipped. Then full combo. Dead. First attempt. Absolutely cooked. But here's the thing about these games. You die once. The fear is gone. Now it's data collection mode. Second attempt, I go on calm. Then I notice something. There's a ladder. Now, normally in Souls-likes, ladders mid-fight feel like traps. But I try it, and I realize climbing it keeps me above the flames. Bro, this changes everything. Now the arena is on fire. The mechanic becomes manageable instead of chaos. And once I understood that, the fight became clean. Second attempt. Boss down. Confidence up. We move.
A moment, please. I just wanted to thank you for saving me. I owe you my life.
I'm looking for Pavel, the nobleman. Do you know where I can find him?
Oh, I wonder... Are you the great General Kazan? Polemian Castle. That's where Pavel will be. He gave orders to evacuate, but if he's not here,
Then the situation at the castle must be serious enough to keep him away from...
After that, I start a side quest and get introduced to the Jar NPCs. And I love when Souls-likes do this. You're fighting nightmare monsters 1 minute and the next. Little Jar people, just vibing. It's such a weird but charming contrast. The world feels dark and brutal. And then suddenly there's these small, oddly wholesome characters asking for help. So I help them out, clear some enemies.
Oh, hey! Let's see the jars you've collected.
Oh, only say if you...
Explore the surrounding area. Do the quest. Simple, clean, gameplay focused. And then, of course, the game hits me with a twist. I get confronted by the same boss again. But this time, it's the spirit version. Now it's really giving ancestral spirit energy. You're basically fighting the ghost of the boss you just defeated. And normally, reused bosses can feel lazy. But here, it didn't. Because the combat in this game is actually fun. The second time around didn't feel like padding. It felt like a skill check. I already knew the patterns. I recognized the tells faster. I punished cleaner. The fight went smoother. It felt less like surviving and more like mastery. Even the regular enemies in this area feel deliberate. They're not just there to waste your time. If you get careless, they'll punish you. And that's when I realized something. Kazan respects boss fights. Most quests are literally explore, fight something cool, improve, repeat. No excessive fluff. Number 30-minute areas. No pointless backtracking. Just gameplay. And honestly, I appreciate that.
to the netherworld. The dragon, the violet. Some unite now.
Then I move into the next area, and it's full of spiders. Not one or two, full of spiders. The second I see webs everywhere, narrow pathways, dim lighting, I already know what time it is. My mood drops instantly. And if you've played Black Myth Wukong, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I hated them there. I hate them here. I hate them in real life. There's just something about spiders and Souls-likes. The way they move, the way their legs twitch, the way they scuttle sideways at unnatural speeds. It's like they're designed specifically to make you uncomfortable. They don't just attack you. They invade your personal space. Half the time they're above you. Then they drop down. Then they jump back. Then they spit something at you. It's never a clean fight. It's always chaotic. And to make things even better, this area has a lot of parkour and platforming, which on its own is actually kind of cool. It changes the pace, makes you think about positioning and verticality. But the second bats and birds get involved, everything falls apart. Bat Eagle, the worst enemy type in Souls history. Let's just collectively agree on something right now. Bats and birds are the worst mobs in every Souls-like. No debate. They mess with the camera. They hover just out of reach. They dive bomb you mid-animation. They attack from off-screen. And somehow, they always show up when you're on a narrow platform. Every time I fight them, the camera angle turns into a cinematic disaster. It zooms in too close. It clips into walls. It decides to focus on absolutely nothing useful. You're not fighting the enemy anymore. You're fighting the camera. They'll flap around your head, force you to swing early, then punish you while you're stuck in recovery frames. It's never honorable. It's never clean. It's just annoying pressure. I hate them, collectively, as a species. Cross swords trying the great sword. So in the middle of all this spider chaos and aerial nonsense, I decide, alright, let's try the great sword. New area, new weapon, fresh mindset, and immediately, I feel the weight. The first swing tells you everything you need to know. It's slow, heavy, commitment-based. When you press attack, you're not just attacking. You're making a decision. The wind-up is deliberate. The follow-through is massive. And if you miss, you feel it. But when it connects, oh, you feel that too. There's impact behind it. Authority. It makes even smaller enemies stagger in a way that lighter weapons just don't. It demands patience. It demands timing. And in an area filled with fast spiders and flying pests, that commitment starts to feel very real. was a marathon, not the fun kind, the why am I still here kind. The spider keeps jumping around, spamming, repositioning every 5 seconds like it has ADHD. I'd line up a charged heavy, it hops away. I try to close distance, it climbs a wall. I'd finally corner it, it leap attacks across the arena. Meanwhile, I'm over here, slowly chipping posture, just to land one brutal attack for real damage. Because with the greatsword, that's the game plan. You're not death by 1,000 cuts. You're death by one massive statement. The greatsword playstyle feels like, wait, charge, commit, pray. You're constantly looking for that one clean opening where you can plant your feet and let it rip. And if you don't land charged heavies, you're barely doing anything. Light attacks feel like they exist just to remind the boss you're present. The real damage comes from posture breaks and brutal attacks. But building that posture bar takes forever when the boss won't stand still. The fight legit felt like 20 to 30 minutes. No exaggeration. Every chunk of damage felt earned. And during it, I started questioning my build. Was I underleveled? Did I spec wrong? Or is this just the cost of playing Greatsword? The parry iframes feel slower on Greatsword. Not terrible, just tighter. You can't panic parry. You have to be deliberate. The recovery also feels longer. If you swing at the wrong time, you're stuck watching your character finish the animation while the spider winds up something unpleasant. It's powerful, but punishing if you miss time. There's no oops with this weapon. You either commit correctly, or you suffer. Now, comparing that to the spear also feels slow, but it's controlled slow. It doesn't demand full commitment the same way. You can poke, backstab, reposition, spear gives, range, safer pokes, good AoE, cleaner neutral game. You control space instead of dominating it. You don't have to overextend to deal consistent damage. Greatsword, on the other hand, gives massive poise, insane brutal attack damage, trading potential, main character energy. When it works, you feel unstoppable. You tank through a hit. You land a fully charged heavy. You chunk the boss for a ridiculous amount. It feels cinematic, but you have to earn that moment. Both weapons are slow, but they're slow in different velocities. Greatsword demands commitment. Spear rewards spacing and patience. In mid-fight, watching this spider bounce around while I'm winding up another heavy swing, I realize something. Greatsword might not be my natural style. I like control. I like spacing. I like consistency. Greatsword is about confidence and timing. But maybe that's the point. Maybe I just need more skill investment, more stamina, more practice with the timing windows. Because when I did land a full charge into a brutal attack, it felt incredible. Like the entire 5-minute struggle was worth that one hit. Either way, after what felt like an eternity of chasing, charging, dodging, and slowly building posture, the spider finally staggered. One last brutal attack. Health bar gone. Silence. Spider down. And I swear I leaned back in my chair like I just finished a boss rush. Victory never felt so slow and so earned.
Thank you.
Not necessary, General. It's been my dream to fight side by side with the great General Kazan.
Everyone else thinks I'm a traitor.
It doesn't matter what they think. You're a savior, not a traitor.
After finally taking down the spider, I unlock the blacksmith.
blacksmith
And I'm not gonna
we
lie,
rescued from the
I'm
cave is here.
hyped. I'm thinking
He was
this is
very
the
insistent on
moment. The
repaying
upgrade
his
system,
debt.
the power
He's
spike,
downstairs if you
the
want
part
to
where my
meet him.
build
And now
starts
we
coming
can head
together.
straight to Polemium.
I open the menu expecting to start leveling up my gear, and then I realize something. I can't actually upgrade anything yet. All I can do is craft new equipment, and the stuff I can craft, it's worse than what I'm already wearing. So the excitement slowly turns into confusion.
Thank you.
I'm sitting there like, wait, that's it.
Thank you.
But then I notice something else.
In your
I
depth.
unlock transmog.
I hate
And
to
suddenly
ask,
the mood
but
changes
you
completely.
help me out
If I
one
can't
more
get
time.
stronger
That's
right
my
now,
hammer.
at least I can look
Giant
stronger.
spike that attacked
So I
me.
dive into the customization
special to
menu
me.
and start experimenting with armor pieces, mixing sets, changing styles, trying different combinations. And honestly, I spent way too long on it, but it felt good. After all that fighting, finally having a way to personalize my character made the progress feel real.
Is anyone there? I'm trapped. Please, help me. That mad bear's gone now, right? Thank you so much for saving me. I was on my way to Heinmach, but got lost, and then hurt my leg running away from the bear, and got stuck here. Please, let me give you a little something for saving me. I was looking for my brother.
found this in the mountains. It seems the Yetis got to him.
His necklace. We were supposed to explore together. I can't believe he's really gone. Thank you for giving this to me.
After the blacksmith and the transmog session, I moved forward expecting a small breather. But of course, this game doesn't really believe in downtime. And honestly, that's what I'm starting to love about it. Right away, I'm greeted by the next boss. No long stretches of empty running. No pointless filler. Just straight back into combat. That pacing alone keeps the energy high. It feels like the game understands that the core experience is the fights, so it keeps you engaged instead of padding the journey.
You're still alive. Not for long.
This boss fight immediately feels different from the spider marathon I just survived. The attacks are slower, more deliberate. You can actually read what's coming. The animations have clear tells. Shoulders shift before swings. There's weight behind each move. It feels fair, but slower doesn't mean easier. Because this boss has one major twist: mobility. He flies around a lot, and that changes everything. You're not just fighting a grounded enemy anymore. You're constantly adjusting your positioning, tracking him as he moves through the air, and reacting to where he's going to land. It turns the fight into a rhythm game of spacing. If you stand too close, you risk getting clipped by a sudden dive. If you stand too far, you might miss your punish window. So now it becomes a balance between patience and pressure. I start the fight carefully, no rushing in. I observe, let him make the first move. The attacks are readable, so I focus on timing my dodges instead of spamming. When he swings, I roll through. When he pauses, I punish lightly. Nothing greedy, just controlled damage. And then there's the grab attack. This is where things get serious. Grabs in this game feel different. They don't always have exaggerated wind-ups. Sometimes the animation looks subtle, almost too subtle, and that's dangerous. Because if you react late, even slightly, you're caught. The first time he uses it, I misjudge the timing. I think it's a regular attack. I roll too early, and suddenly I'm locked into the animation. Big damage. Instant regret. That death isn't frustrating, though. It's informative. Now I know the grab exists. Now I'm watching more carefully. Second attempt, I adjust my mindset. Instead of attacking constantly, I focus on spacing. I stay just outside his immediate range. I'll let him commit to moves before I respond. When I see the subtle shift that signals the grab, I'm ready this time. That small adjustment makes a huge difference. The fight starts feeling smooth, less chaotic, more controlled. His airborne movement keeps the pressure up, but because the attacks are readable, it never feels unfair. It just demands focus. You can't zone out. You can't autopilot. And that's something I really appreciate about this game's design. It doesn't rely on random damage spikes or unpredictable mechanics. When you die, it's usually because you misread something or got greedy. That makes every victory feel good. As the fight continues, I start noticing patterns. After certain aerial moves, there's a landing delay. That's my punish window. After a combo string, he resets position, and that's another opportunity to close distance and deal damage. I stay disciplined. No unnecessary heavies. No panic rolls. No stamina waste. Just steady progress. The difference between this boss and spider fight is night and day. With the spider, I felt like I was chasing it constantly. With this boss, I feel like I'm engaging in a structured duel. It's almost more traditional, like a test of fundamentals. Eventually, I get comfortable. The attacks feel predictable. The timing feels natural. My confidence starts building. He tries another grab, but this time I'm ready. I dodge cleanly. Punish immediately. Small damage, but it adds up. And that's the key here. Consistency. Not burst damage. Not flashy combos. Just steady execution. Second phase, if there's one, doesn't feel overwhelming. It just adds slight variations. Maybe faster movement, maybe a little more aggression, but nothing that breaks the core logic of the fight. And because I already adapted, it doesn't shake me. This is one of those fights where patience wins. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force openings. You just need to stay calm and react properly. By the time the boss's health drops low, I'm fully locked in. No distractions. Just focus. I wait for one more clear opening, punish cleanly, and finish the fight. Victory feels smooth. Not explosive. Not chaotic. Just controlled. And honestly, that kind of win feels just as satisfying as the intense ones. Because it shows growth. It shows adaptation. It shows that the lessons from previous fights carried over. After the spider marathon and the blacksmith excitement, this boss feels like a reset in tone. A reminder that the game can switch styles, from endurance battles to precision duels, without losing its identity. And that's what keeps me hooked. Every area teaches something different. Every boss tests a different skill. And each time I think I've figured it out, the game introduces another layer. That constant evolution is what makes the journey exciting. By the end of this fight, I'm not just relieved. I'm more confident, more aware, and ready for whatever comes next.
Is it really you? Great General. Thank all the gods you're alive. Tristan. Why are you with that traitor? No, you don't understand, General. Pavel only pretended to betray you, to help you. I do not believe you. Why didn't you return when you had the chance? At the Emperor's command, we were sent to quell the border conflict. Yet found all quiet there when we arrived. As per your orders, we had with us your written commands, permitting us to withdraw and return through Vitelon. But on the way, we were ambushed by bandits, who took us by surprise and stole the written commands. It was Scalpel, who was scouting nearby, who saved us. Even though I was wounded, I knew I had to get to the Imperial Palace. But there, I was arrested for aiding you in the crimes against the Empire that they said you were guilty of. It was Pavel who saved me, Great General. He told me how all this was a plot by the Emperor, From the moment he sent us to the borders, we were to be labeled as traitors. I swear to you, Pavel is not your betrayer.
Pavel, my old friend, I am sorry for misjudging you.
Time for regrets later, General. I don't think those bandits were acting on their own. If we find them, we may learn why they ambushed us and stole the letter. They're called the Knives Vale Gang, and their lair is a place called Nadin.
After that boss, the game keeps the momentum going. You move deeper into the next section of the region, and the structure stays the same. Explore a bit, fight strong enemies, and immediately get pushed toward the next major challenge. There's no long downtime. The pacing stays focused on combat. At this point, you've already unlocked the blacksmith and transmog, so progression starts feeling more meaningful. Even if you couldn't fully upgrade yet, you've at least improved your look and prepared your build mentally. After a few more encounters and smaller fights, you eventually reach the next big milestone, the Maluka boss fight.
It's him. He's the source of the stench.
So you finally worked it out.
I'm here to make you pay for what was done to me.
Who do you think would be more famous? Great General Kazan, hero of the Empire, or the man who killed him?
Maluka is significantly faster and more aggressive than anything before it, but Phase 1 is where the fight tests your fundamentals. This isn't about gimmicks. It's not about environmental tricks. It's pure combat. In Phase 1, the focus is on spacing, stamina control, and reaction timing. His attacks are quick, but they're readable. If you stay calm and don't panic roll, you can track his patterns. He pressures you, yes, but he still respects neutral spacing. The key here is discipline. If you overcommit, he punishes you. If you get greedy, he counters immediately. But if you play patient, dodge properly, wait for clean openings, and manage your stamina, Phase 1 feels intense, but fair. It's a rhythm battle. Learn the cadence, don't waste stamina, and take your damage when it's guaranteed. That's how you survive Phase 1. Then Phase 2 begins. An entire fight shifts. The pressure increases dramatically. His combos become longer, faster, and more relentless. Instead of short attack strings, he starts chaining multiple sequences together with barely any downtime. There's less room to breathe, less time to reset, and far less forgiveness. Now you can't just rely on spacing alone. You have to stay constantly aware of stamina, positioning, and timing. On top of that, when his health drops low, he begins adding ranged pressure that forces you to adjust your approach again. You can't blindly rush in. You have to pick your moments carefully, close the distance intelligently, and avoid getting caught while transitioning between ranges. Mistakes in Phase 2 are heavily punished. One wrong dodge, one mistimed swing, or one stamina miscalculation can completely flip the fight. That's what makes this phase feel like a true skill check. It demands everything: patience, pattern recognition, stamina management, and calm decision-making under pressure. And when you finally adapt and defeat him, it doesn't feel lucky. It feels earned. Maluka becomes the moment where the game tests whether you've truly mastered combat systems. And then Phase 2 starts, and this is where I start dying. Again and again. At first, I'm trying to stay calm. I tell myself it's just patterns. Learn the combos. Don't panic. But once he switches gears, The pressure feels nonstop. He starts chaining attacks together in long sequences, and it feels like there's barely any space to breathe. I dodge one hit, thinking I'm safe, and another swing is already coming. I try to punish what looks like an opening, and I get clipped by a delayed follow-up. I try to heal, and somehow that's the exact moment he decides to rush me. And that's when it starts to get annoying. Not because the boss feels impossible, but because I know I'm close. I'm learning him. I can see the patterns. But one small mistake keeps ruining a run. A mistimed roll, running out of stamina, getting greedy for just one extra hit. Every time I think, okay, this is the attempt, something goes wrong. The low health phase especially feels stressful. When he starts adding more pressure, mixing in ranged attacks or longer combo strings, it becomes overwhelming. I feel like I can't fully commit to a fence, but if I play too passive, the fight drags and I eventually slip up. So I keep dying, resetting, re-entering, trying again. And each time I get a little further, but not far enough. It's frustrating in that specific way where you're improving, but the boss is still one step ahead. few trial and error. I take down the boss. Even though I was hard, I enjoyed it very much.
No. Make it stop. Stop the chaos, mortal. Why is it failing me? No, it cannot be. His soul obliterated. That's supposed to be impossible. Can chaos really be this powerful?
Why is that so hard to believe?
Souls do not disappear. Whether the body lives or dies, the soul is immortal. The souls of the dead always return to the netherworld. This has always been the natural way of things. The never-ending flow of souls, the cycle of life and death that is the balance of the universe. But that balance has been disrupted. With fewer returning souls, the netherworld has fallen into disorder. Foul chaos. Is that the cause of the disorder? It distorts everything it touches. But this, the obliteration of immortal souls, this is the worst thing imaginable. This chaos. We need to find its source.
Luca turning into that creature of chaos. Such a horrible thing to see. But I know he wasn't always that thing. He was good once. Something must have happened to him.
Think, what could have changed him?
There was a place he began visiting. What was its name?
El Ravica. That was it. After he started going there, that's when he began to change.
We must go to that place. If chaos is there, we must stop it.
You know the way?
Yes, it's not far from here.
Brew, after that absolute war with Maluka, when he finally goes down, the room just goes silent. No more combo chains, no more range spam, no more why is he still attacking moments. It's just me standing there like, yeah, I earned that. And then the rewards start rolling in. And this is where the game says, all right, you survived. Now, we unlock the real stuff. First thing, fire transformation unlocked. Oh, now we're talking. You're telling me after all that suffering, I get a power-up mode? Say less. Now, I've got a transformation bar building during fights. Once it fills up, I can pop it like a final form anime moment. This isn't just cosmetic. This is gameplay juice. Now boss fights are about to get even more insane because I can save transformation for clutch moments. That's huge. And it feels good, because beating Maluka didn't just feel like finishing boss. It felt like passing a test. Like the game looked at me and said, okay, you understand the combat now. And that confidence boost? Different level. Now I'm thinking, great sword, spear, builds, stamina stacking, everything starts making sense. And the best part? The pacing doesn't slow down. No long break. No random filler chapter. It's straight back into progression. More systems unlocked. More build depth. More ways to optimize. After getting through Maluka, the game finally opens up. And now I'm not just surviving fights. I'm preparing for them. We're entering build crafting arc. And I'm ready. Next episode, we're testing transformation. We're upgrading properly. And we're seeing how broken we can get. Because after Maluka, we don't fear bosses anymore. We study them. Let's go fire video game. Alright boys, that is where we're ending today's episode. We started in a maze, got lost a million times, fought ghost deer energy, survived fire arenas, went through spider trauma, tested the greatsword like it was a personality exam, spent an hour on fashion, got bullied by birds, died to Maluka like 5 times, and somehow, we came out stronger. Transformation unlocked, build progressing, confidence rising. This game is not playing around, and honestly, I love it for that. Every boss feels like a lesson. Every death feels like progress. And every win feels earned. Next episode, we're testing that transformation properly, upgrading gear, and seeing how much damage we can actually do now that things are opening up. If you enjoyed the suffering, the hype, and the chaos, drop a like on the video. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you're enjoying the series. And I'll
Griffin will show. You finally found them. I'll help you.
Humans used this place before. Now, no one does. There's a lot of water here. Be careful. No drown. There's a... It's a dragon.
The scale corrupted him. Tell him silence. Look at me.
distorted.
He's here. Release the beast. General!
General, it is so good to see you again. I prayed you had survived the Emperor's wrath.
I came here intentionally, sir. If I'd stayed in Vitellon, I would have been dead. General, there's something I must speak to you about. Please, listen carefully. Yes, my family's name was helpful at first, but I went to Osmar to ask... But it was all for nothing. They told me he was a traitor like you, and had already been executed. I regret to say I was in despair. You arrested and disgraced, Osmar executed. What hope was left? But then secret word came to me from someone who had seen Osmar alive. She knew him, and had once been his apprentice. She said Osmar was alive. I believed her. But then she died, suddenly and strangely, before she could reveal any more. After that, I started asking more questions, unafraid of the danger. If only I could discover the truth. The truth that Osmar's death was a lie, and that he must indeed still be alive. There was much risk, but finally, I found him. I saw him, General, alive, meeting in secret with the Emperor. Everything that has happened is part of Osmar's plan. No. This cannot be. You know me, General. Would I ever dare lie to you? I must know the truth for myself. I must go find Osmar. Why are you doing this?
The time has come.
really you? Look at Ghassan's dogs now. Help us! Don't you dance, or Gerald Ghassan! Loyal to the end, eh? That's why you're going to die! Traitors! A lot of them! Kill them all! You dare come here? You'll pay for what you've done. Bastard! We managed to save. They're all with everything. All the grit. No, General.
But they also made her write an apology letter. Said, hey, now you're being acted
to destroy it.
You also have to get video documentation of it.
Why did you abandon them? And us?
Find out a police letter as well if he doesn't have video documentation, Mr. Brady John. I'm just asking. We work with Chris Hampton as well. Not no vigilante, man. Wow, man, you work with Hampton. Okay, you know what? I got to link this video and link my YouTube channel because he works with me, Chris Hampton. You know what? I'm gonna.
Kazan, so you survived after all, I see. That's disappointing.
Ozma, where is he?
The great General Kazan. I never understood what Ozma saw. Always talking you up all the time. Very annoying. Why would he need you when he already had me? Thank you for the strength you've given me, Master Ozma. Now Kazan will die.
truly Hismar?
See where the chaos energy is going. There is much danger here. Good. Let us investigate it.
It's been a while, old friend. Hismar, as many times as it takes. this together, Kazan. To make a better world. Always, Kazan. My greatest friend. Together we defeated this thing. What happened to that moment? What happened to us?
The moment of reckoning is almost here.
Accept chaos. It will bring you unimaginable power. How you must have suffered to be here. Ozma, what happened to you? Do you remember the day we fought Hismar? I thought if we defeated him, we could save the world. But I was wrong. The real problem was humanity itself. They murder each other, feed off each other like parasites, an endless cycle of life and death. We risked everything for them. Despite our efforts to save the Empire, humanity brought us ruin. And Reese. They even killed Reese. To someone you loved. Because my Reese is gone. And what you met was an empty shell. Completely meaningless. Humanity has crossed the final line. But you can still stand with me, Kazan. Together, we can restore order to this twisted world. I didn't come here to stand by your side again. I'm here to make you pay for your crimes. All of them. For what you did to me, to my men, and most of all for what you did to Reese. I see. So be it. Then this. Kazan, why do you insist on fighting me? Ozma, look at how you've changed and what you've become. Kazan, why do you insist on fighting me? The real enemy is humanity. Ozma, look at how you've changed and what you've become. sword.
Kazan, is this really for me? Thank you. You teach me to together, we'll be unstoppable.
How beautiful. Thank you, Kazan. I wish we could stay like this forever. The three of us together.
Reese.
You dare defy us!
Reese! No! Reese! Wake up. Please.
Kill him! Kill the traitor!
To think we once called you a hero!
So, this is my reward for saving the Empire from the evil of his mom. I see now.